We are Brittany and Drew, and for the past 6 years, we've been exploring the world by van. From the US to Canada, Europe to Africa, finding so much peace, inspiration, and joy in immersing ourselves in the great unknown. But now, our world has changed, and after self-isolating out in nature for over 2 months, parking next to rivers, seeking refuge in the desert, and finding sweet, sweet solitude high up in the mountains, we find that our new world is slowly unfolding, and one day soon we'll all be free to roam once again. Now, before we take you along for today's journey, let's take in a deep breath and let it out as we learn how to embrace the unfolding of this new normal together. And now, it's time to enjoy the show.
Excited to wear this shirt today.
You getting ready?
Feeling like a Superman.
Today we're going to take you with us to explore one of our very favorite places in America for hiking and biking, and that's Sedona, Arizona. Have you guys ever been here before? We've been here 3 times, but we've never actually done an episode. And yesterday we found ourselves hiking the highest mountain in Sedona. The views were amazing, but we didn't bring our vlogging camera. And we were both pretty bummed about that because whenever we find ourselves surrounded by beauty, really just enjoying ourselves, we want you guys there with us. Whoa. There's a ladybug.
These colors. Super cool.
A tiny dinosaur. But today's going to be a different story because we know that some of you all are still staying at home, and thank you for keeping yourselves and others safe. But the world is starting to open up again, slowly. And I know that for some of you that can be a scary thing because you don't quite know what to expect. It's hard to leave now what has been the safety of your home. And so what we want to share with you is not only the beautiful views of this incredible place on our planet where we feel so grateful and blessed to be, but we want to share with you some of the gear and tools that give us the confidence and the hydration that we need in order to go out into the world and explore. Specifically, we use the app AllTrails for finding hiking and biking trails.
I'm taking a look at maps.me. They're offline maps that you can load, and they get down to the nitty gritty. You can see the paved roads, the forest roads, the hiking trails, the waterways.
So whether you're new to getting into the great outdoors or you're a seasoned adventurer, we hope that you find today's episode especially helpful, inspiring, entertaining in some form or fashion, and that maybe you'll go ahead and share it with someone that you love, because although we can't come together in real life right now, we can congregate in the virtual spaces and build community here. And that's what has been filling us with so much positivity and purpose through all of this, and we hope that it's been filling you guys with the same. So, right, onwards, time to pack our gear and time to hit the trail. 1 backpack, 2 backpacks. Adventure gear item number 1, an awesome day pack. This one, it's just like an REI 18 liter. Doesn't matter really what brand it is. Drew has a Camelback over here.
Just matters that it has a holder for your big water bladder, which is really cool because this one has one that is external.
There you go. Yeah, so that's where.
There's the Camelback bladder.
Yep.
Pull it out and get it filled up.
So this is a 3-liter bladder.
100 ounces.
Yeah. They're a little bit hard for me to open. Got it.
Good
Look
work.
at that. We'll just fill it up with our filtered water. Gonna drop some ice cubes in there. All right, we got you all stocked up. My backpack is a little bit different, and there's a little hook so that it doesn't just collapse in my bag. The other important part about a backpack is that you have like a space where you can put your lunch, maybe a jacket or a raincoat, depending on what kind of temperature that you're in. Another thing that I wish that we had, or not another thing, but one thing I wish that we had would be a little neoprene guard. Keeps your water from getting like boiling hot when you're on the trail. Otherwise you go to take a sip and this water that's been in here is like been in the sun baking for however long you've been hiking, and it's not the most delicious water. You gotta like drink through
a
it
bit to get to the cold stuff.
Yeah, get to the good stuff.
Are you enjoying yourself over there?
I'm holding 4, but I really can't figure out how to juggle more than 2 at a time.
But we do love taking apples and oranges in our bags.
We do. They add that extra little bit of juice, rehydration while you're sweating on the trail. Also, salty snacks are great trail mix. As the name says, it is perfect for the trail.
Look at those M&Ms in there. Getting my belly.
Drew's just gonna eat all the M&Ms out of that trail mix. Who else does that? Little nut clusters like this are great. Also, Go Macro protein bars, probably some of our favorite. And no day is complete without your greens. So yes, I do have a bowl full of broccoli that I will be bringing with me to the top of this mountain today. So you gotta cover all the bases.
A few other things I like to keep in our bag at all times is sunscreen, compass and whistle, chapstick because nobody likes chapped lips, and I really love having our first aid backpacker weekend kit in here. It's got a bunch of different supplies so I can MacGyver, fix boots, fix a cut. It's got a knife if I need to cut something, a little Neosporin, some scissors, some tape, and if we're gonna hit the trail in the nighttime hours, I always make sure to bring a headlamp, or if we're gonna head out late so we can get back safely.
Well said. I think we got everything.
I think we got it all.
We do have it all. A few more items I'd like to add. A visor, sunglasses, a carabiner, because you never know. Also, sometimes when I don't want my visor on anymore, I can easily carabiner that onto my backpack. I always find myself with a runny nose on the trail after, I guess, letting the sun kind of melt everything in my sinuses. And yes, I have asthma, so I bring this basically everywhere.
And in this day and age, because of the pandemic, we always bring hand sanitizer and a mask, because you never know if you're gonna get stranded, end up in a taxi, or have to get help from somewhere or run into a store to grab something.
You need a piggyback ride back down the mountain.
Yes, and don't forget to bring 20 bucks. You never know.
Especially if you find yourself near a gas station that has like a cold beverage at the end of your whatever you just did, and you're like, let me in there. And
Slurpees.
cover the chest, the shoulders. It's where I get hit the hardest.
How does this look, guys?
Perfect.
Ready to go. See you out there.
I put SPF 50 on my face every single day, so my face is already covered.
Don't forget this spot.
Oh yeah, the back of the neck. Here, I'll help you. Time to pack up camp.
Let's do it.
And head to our respective trailheads. Because actually, Drew and I aren't going to be doing the same adventure today. We've been spending a lot of time together in quarantine, as many of you may be able to relate to as well. So now that Sedona has reopened all of its amazing trails here, we're going to take advantage of that, and Drew's going to go mountain biking and I'm going to go hike what somebody suggested is the best hike in Sedona, and that's Bear Mountain. Parking blocks, check.
Hop on in.
We can roll now. Whoa, look at the cows. Oh, there he is. Hey there. Hey there, beauty. actually think that that's Bear Mountain. That's gonna be what I go up today. This is Big Bear Mountain. It's actually just called Bear Mountain, but it's
everything's big to Brittany.
it's all big, but you know, it says 5 miles basically. I've read it can take anywhere from 4 to 5 hours, and it is now nearly 1 o'clock. So it's time to hit the trail. It's going to be a hot one. I'm a little bit intimidated, but time to hit the trail. My hiking boots broke on our last hike after 11 years of adventuring together. Drew saved me for the final hour of that trek by taping the sole of the shoe back together. So for now, these are gonna have to do. We will be arriving to a post office where we did ship new hiking boots soon. So stay tuned for Brittany's favorite hiking boots coming at you. What are you doing with your funny ankle socks?
Ankle socks?
You're like pulling them up all high.
They're not ankle socks. They're compression socks, good for hiking.
All right.
They'll keep my legs a little cleaner. There's gonna be a lot of dust flying.
We also have an Amazon store where we have put all of our favorite adventure gear there for you guys, nicely organized. So in case you want to go and prepare for your return to the great outdoors, you can go ahead and get some of the same gear that we use and love too. Just an idea. We'll put a link in the video description for you guys. You look all set and ready for your grand escape.
Ready to go. Everything's checked, inspected.
Tell me, what do you put in that little guy there?
This is my extra little seat bag. It's got patches, a tube, a multi-tool, and yeah, that way I can fix and repair any issues I might have on the trail.
This will be the longest time we spend apart in actually a really long time.
Since quarantine, since
Panama? But we were together every second in Panama, so
basically, except for when I was on the land.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life.
It's so good to be pedaling out here. Got the old blood pumping. Brittany should be somewhere up on this mountain here. Right there. That's where Bear Mountain is.
Luckily, this trail is really well marked. There's little white markers all along the path. Only been hiking for about an hour and a half, so it's going by actually quite a bit easier than I anticipated.
I've been riding out here for almost 2 hours and it's kicking my butt. That last trail that took me down along the dry creek bed, dipped way in the canyon and was on this crazy ledge. It was terrifying. I was like white knuckling along there.
Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
Let's take a picture to send Drew. So beautiful. And we're almost at the top.
Remember the snacks we packed? They come in major at moments like this, but thought I'd show you guys the view. There's this beautiful butte over here.
Drew just sent a picture too. Let's see. Wow! It's a panorama. Can you see that? That's beautiful.
Good thing I was light on my toes on this move. This is what happens when you go over the handlebars. I was just cruising along here and caught that rock, hit the ledge, just tumbled over, and good thing I didn't end up down here.
Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm.
Oh, that's a good sign. The end of the trail. Touch it. You get to look off the back side of the canyon. Gorgeous. There's a whole trail that wraps around the peak. Let's go check it out. Okay, so the trail around the summit isn't the clearest. I'm like getting poked by aloe leaves over here and pokey branches, but I know I'm getting to the other side. I can see it. But how do I get over there? Can you see how beautiful that is? It's like glittering in the sun. I don't know if you can see the glitter. Wow. Just grateful that I get to look at this the whole way down.
Side by side and through. No limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life.
You can see Spirit. I think her door's open. Must mean Drew is home. We still have a little ways to go. We're almost there. But before we reunite with Drew and make it back down to Spirit, I wanted to take a moment to tell you guys about the kind sponsor of today's episode, and that is NordVPN. With NordVPN, not only are you able to stream things like Netflix, which is usually only available in the US, but you can stream that from wherever you are because you're able to change what country you are in, which kind of tricks the system. And by doing this, you're also able to get the cheapest fares when it comes to planes, trains, automobiles, when bucket list adventures are a thing that excite us again. But it's a known thing that most of the major companies will hike up prices based on where you're searching from. Drew and I are always using a VPN, especially when we're browsing the web in public places like libraries and cafes, once those open up again, because it protects your data when you're working on a shared network, because you're like in your own portal, if that makes sense. And right now, NordVPN is offering 70% off to our community, making it just $3.49 per month. Plus, you'll get an extra month for free. All you have to do is visit nordvpn.com/Mr. and Mrs. Adventure, or just use the promo code Mr. and Mrs. Adventure. You get a 30-day money-back guarantee, but hopefully you'll find them as helpful as we have. All right, onwards. To the van we go. Hello.
Hey, you're back.
I'm back.
You're back. You had a good hike?
Yes.
Good. I'm talking with my mother.
Hi, Mom.
Having a nice spot in the shade under the tree.
It is super dusty in here. I just slept this morning too. Ah, no.
You want to know what happened?
Tell me.
I was sitting here talking on the phone, and there was literally like a dust funnel, and dust was just churning and spinning. I couldn't even see you from here.
What?
And the door was open. I was sitting here. My hair was blowing around. I jumped up, slammed the door, but I think half the dust funnel ended up in the van.
Yeah, I mean, like,
it's bad.
Our countertop has a nice thick.
It's got a layer.
Yeah, it's got a nice
Little
layer.
Red Sedona dust.
Yeah, we take some with us. I bet you're as in need of a shower as I am. I had a great hike. We had a great hike. They kept me company.
You enjoyed it?
I did. It was beautiful.
Could you see that tower I was looking at out there? The catacomb or the...
I don't know.
Like that?
We tried. It looked like a beautiful view for both of us.
Yeah.
I'm glad you got to have some you time and... Yeah. It was nice. It went by a lot faster than I thought it was.
It's really nice coming back and getting to share and talk to each other about like our own unique experiences.
We finally have something new to share that the other one doesn't know about. All right, well, let's relocate, shower, and do all that stuff.
Relax.
You're lucky you can't spell us. Drew was just showing me his route.
Looks like a lollipop.
Sort of.
I went 11.2 miles.
Cool.
My max speed was 20 miles an hour.
Wow.
I really went for about 3 hours. I forgot to turn it off.
It literally seems like it's Christmas out there. Well, it's really zoomed in.
It is a holiday weekend.
It is. This is being filmed on Memorial Day weekend, just so you guys know. People are out and about. And we are retreating back into the wilderness. We were both just saying that we really enjoyed our time in Sedona this time. Well, every time, but especially this time.
The National Forest Campground's open again. Look at all the people enjoying themselves.
Aww.
Bonfires and s'mores and good time camping vibes.
Oh, all the tents.
Yeah, look at them. Both sides of the road.
Wow. We've been completely on our own up until this point. Like, we haven't seen
I
another
haven't seen any
soul.
campers. The bears are like, there's people to eat again.
We found a nice quiet spot.
Nice and cozy. We're gonna have pasta night.
Get that boiling. It's been a late relocation night. I'm pretty pooped.
The sun is down.
The sun is down. It's cold up here.
Yeah, there are hundreds, if not thousands of people camping up here.
Now that the doors are opening,
Everybody's exploding to get outside.
what an interesting experience. Well, I guess our episode came at good time.
Yeah.
We hope that now you're equipped with the knowledge and the gear that maybe will help you guys adventure even more or even better.
Some great tips to go just outdoors and enjoy yourselves, whether it's a big old trek or just something minute around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
You have the essentials.
And it was so nice to be able to share so many beautiful views with you guys.
Yeah. And you got to see it from two different perspectives, from mountain biking, trekking.
It was fun. It was very fun.
Yeah. So we're going to get cleaned up, take hot showers because we have hot water in our van thanks to our new batteries.
We love you lots, and we hope that you're staying safe.
Yeah.
And now some of us don't have to stay at home, and I hope that that brings those of you who are still required to stay at home or asked to stay at home, that brings you hope. The outdoors, the doors will open for you soon.
If we can leave you with one takeaway, be inspired through our adventures to go and do an adventure of your own.
Yeah, go breathe that fresh air for yourselves.
Go in peace.
Shower time! Oh, I'm so excited. Shower, 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 shower. Hooking up the curtain. Isn't that fun, guys? It's the best.
It is the best.
La la li, la 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 li, la. Ooh, it's hot. Hot water on my back. Woo! It's literally steaming.